Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. We begin with some news. You may not have known this, but today is National Flutter Nutter Day. I did not know this, but a Flutter Nutter is a peanut butter and marshmallow cream sandwich. You explain to me why Flutter Nutter gets its own day. It's watering down and ruining national days. All right, Attorney General Pam Bondi, I thought looked very attractive, very smart, and was absolutely badass yesterday. She crushed the Dems, pushed back on accusations of the politicizing the Department of Justice. She attacked the Dems' credibility, dismissed their concerns, nailed them. She nailed Blumenthal from Connecticut on his military record, lying about fighting in Vietnam. Nailed old Adam Schiff. I mean, these folks are just corrupt, and you know what, just like Kash Patel did. Took no quarter. I love it. Trump, the guy cares enough for the women and children getting their WIC funds that what they're doing is they're getting creative. And the WIC funds run low, infant formula, nutritious food. So Trump is diverting tariff money to keep that funded during the shutdown. Boy, that's a real heartless thing to do. National Guard arrived in Chicago yesterday, 200 from Texas, 300 from Illinois preparing. And you know what? The judge has not blocked them yet. We're going to see what happens in the coming days. All right, the Trump lies from the left. In other words, the lies about Trump from the left are unbelievable. The latest, Pritzker saying he's going to confiscate ballot boxes. You know, the American public, the American jury, has now finally had enough of it because they've been listening to this stuff all the way back. Russia hoax. We got the goods. We got the goods. We're going to prove this. We're going to prove that. And the public's got, the American jury's like, yeah, bullshit. But they keep saying it. They keep doing it. They are doubling down on all the stuff that's not worked for them. It's like some of the worst politics in the history of this country. FBI director fired the agents involved in the senator phone records. They were tracking the private phone calls, a dozen senators. Lindsey Graham, Marsha Blackburn, Ron Johnson, Josh Hawley, Cynthia Loomis, Bill Hagerty, Dan Sullivan, and Tommy Tuberville. They were getting their phone records, seeing who they were talking, where they were when they were talking to them, how long the phone calls. Jack Smith, evil SOB. Trump is considering using, if he needs to, the Insurrection Act if they block troop deployment. These aren't peaceful protests against ICE, folks. The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments yesterday on conversion therapy. This is therapy to help people that, want to stop the transitioning to being a man, a woman, and all that crap. And the Supreme Court seemed interested in striking down the Colorado law, which inhibits and blocks people from doing that. In world news, we got a little bit. Canada Prime Minister was in the White House yesterday talking to Trump. There was a great line at the end when a reporter says, well, don't you want to work out a deal? And da-da-da-da-da, since he's such a great man. And Trump said, well, I want to be a great man too. The whole room broke out in laughter. It was a great line. But they're talking. It was affable. Trump's acknowledging he's a tough negotiator. They'll work it out. Carney. This is wild. Another Russian. They don't fly, folks. They try to fly out of windows and they hit the turf. An 87-year-old former publisher flew out of the fifth floor apartment window. I mean, this is what happens when you push back against Putin in any way, shape, or form. In pop culture, Zach Bryan realized he pissed off half his freaking followers. Says his new song, Bad News, is misconstrued. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Now, he's backing up. He says he's afraid now and everything else. By the way, I like Zach Bryan. I went to his concert down in Nashville. I love his music. Jimmy Kimmel viewership, he got like a $6 million, 8 million spike. It's already gone. It's gone. Why? Because he's doing the same old thing. Dolly Parton's sister is asking for prayers. This must be big because they're asking for prayers. She's had Vegas canceled. Must be serious. Hilaria Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's wife, was eliminated not by the judges but by the television audience from Dancing with the Stars. This is the most beautiful woman with 8 kids in the world. Sports Without Boundaries. Jerry Jones is getting fined $250,000 for giving the middle finger to somebody at the Jets game. Lighten up. Seattle Mariners beat the Lions. They're up 2-1, 8-4. And the Yankees were down 6-1 and came back with Aaron Judge's 3-run homer, 9-6. They stay alive. I got some history for you today. Today in history, in 1918, in the Argonne Forest in World War I in France, Corporal Alvin York, Sergeant York, they called him Sergeant York, he was a corporal actually, killed 83 German soldiers and captured 132 by himself. This was portrayed in a movie, and what he did is he got alongside of them. They didn't know where he was. It's an amazing. And your Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a withered, traitorous fluffernutter. I don't know if Shakespeare actually used the word fluffernutter, but I had to use it today. Do not be a withered, traitorous fluffernutter. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope the day is yours.